Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when and where you're listening to this. This is Coffee with Kevin, and I'm Kevin. I'm a mindset coach, a hypnotherapist, author, speaker, trainer, all that good stuff. But the important thing is, for me, is this is my coffee. Good morning, all. Mm, mm. To you. Hopefully, you raise a cup of coffee, a cup of hot tea, maybe a juice drink, water, whatever it is. Good morning and happy June 10th. Oh my goodness, June 10th. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm looking just, I can't believe it. I had to go look at my calendar on the computer to see if it really was June 10th. Wow, we're almost halfway through mark of 2025. Oh my goodness. It's incredible, isn't it? Mm. This year has been going by so fast, and I'm not the only one who sees this. I am not the only one who sees this. I was at the doctor's yesterday, and they were saying, "Wow, incredible! I can't believe it's June already. This year is flying by." And of course, it's the way in which we perceive the time we spend makes it fly by. Sometimes you're having so much fun, it flies by. Sometimes you're having so much fun, it feels like you've had fun for a long time, a lot longer than it is. Our minds work a little differently, depending on what's going on in our lives and what has gone on in our lives. Okay, yes. So you can see the familiar coffee beans behind me. So June 10th, what is June 10th all about? Oh my goodness. Well, today in 1732, I think, maybe, I don't know the exact year. It's been a while. My memory, the first hanging in Salem. Now, I come from New England. I've been to Salem many times. I've been to the Salem Witch Museum. I've seen a lot of the things. So it was the first hanging of the first witch or the first person they found guilty of practicing witchcraft. So that was today. Also, today was the day that Benjamin Franklin, the famous day that Benjamin Franklin flew his kite in a thunderstorm, in a lightning storm. Matter of fact, I just got back to the office and I had to run through the rain in the middle of a thunder and lightning storm. Fortunately, there's no lightning as I'm running through the rain, but yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool. It looks like we're gonna probably have sunshine in another hour or so, but that short thunderstorm is all done. So today's the day where Benjamin Franklin took his kite. He hung a key on the bottom and decided to go out and have some fun in the rain, in thunder and lightning. Unfortunately, he didn't get electrocuted. Fortunately. Oh my goodness. Today, today is June 10th, and it is National Iced Tea Day. National Iced Tea. So I went out this morning, and yes, I went to Starbucks. And instead of getting a coffee at Starbucks, because I have my own coffee, I got an iced tea. I got a black lemonade tea. It's like, wow, it is pretty good. So today's National Iced Tea Day. And believe it or not, it's National Egg Roll Day. So if you're a fan of Chinese food and you love egg rolls, you can celebrate. Go out and get some egg rolls with some iced tea later on. Okay. So, National Iced Tea Day, a perfect reminder that dreams need refreshing. So if you have dreams, because we're talking about dreams today, June is Dreams Month. And it's a perfect reminder that, like yourself, dreams need refreshing. And also being National Egg Roll Day, hot ideas, crisp actions. How's that? Hot ideas and crisp actions, just like egg rolls. Okay. Also, another thing on today, June 10th, is 1935. Alcoholics Anonymous gets started, gets founded. And it's been a savior for thousands and thousands of alcoholics that found their way out of being an alcoholic and got sober and were able to live good lives again. Okay. Also in this day, 2018, NASA's Opportunity rover was sent its last messages from Mars. So we had a rover up there. We had not a dog, with this little kind of go kart, RC type of thing. I think it was like this big, if that much, and it was roving around the planet Mars. And in 2018, it decided to sign up and send its last message. It was cool. I love technology and I love seeing where we're going. I grew up thinking, wow, I got to see. I was kind of young, but I got to see the first man on the moon, and I thought it was fantastic. Technology has brought us so far, and now we're thinking about sending people back to the moon, but also sending people to Mars. And we've had actually ships, spaceships, and rovers out on Mars a couple of times. So it's wonderful if you see the progression of history. We're talking about the progression of this year being so quick, but the progression of history and where we've come as mankind. It is just incredible. So today we're talking about dreams, because all of those things, sending someone up to the moon, sending someone in the atmosphere, was a dream of somebody's. It started off as a dream. You know, Actually having a program to help people who are suffering from this disease called alcoholism started off as a dream. Actually having a an ability to come to you live on different channels in this live stream started off as a dream. This was a dream of mine. It was a dream of mine. I love talking to people. I love sharing tips and strategies and things like that will help people. And it was a dream of mine. I said, I could do this. I could do this live. So over 5 years ago, 5.5 years ago, I said, yeah, let's start this. And it was a dream of mine to be consistent on the internet. And over those 5.5 years, I think there's been 3 Tuesdays I might have missed. So you know, we all have dreams, and we should take them a little bit more seriously as opposed to just this thing we're fantasizing about. There's a difference between fantasies and dreams, and there's a difference between dreams and goals. And we'll talk a little bit about that. Good morning, Brenda. How are you? Brenda and I got married almost 43 years ago now. And that was a dream of ours when we got engaged. It was a dream of ours to get married, have a family, and just to live our lives together. And guess what? It came true. It came true. Before we met each other, we had these dreams about who we're going to meet that's going to be our life partner, we're going to be able to share things with. And that dream came true. So let's see what we have for quotes today. I found some beautiful quotes on this. And the very first one: all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Walt Disney. Now, he uses courage here, and we talked about courage a few weeks back. We can have a dream, we can have a fantasy, and then we can think about it and say, wow, I'd love this to be true. I'd love to bring this to reality. But you need courage. You need courage to actually talk about your dream to others, without getting embarrassed, without getting shamed, or, people will have so many critiques or be critical of us if we have dreams. That's the way it is nowadays, especially if they're lofty dreams, and sometimes lofty dreams. One of my favorite computer companies is Apple, and Steve Jobs. He was working with Steve Wozniak in a garage, building these little intricate circuit boards to have a computer to actually make it available to actually program. And granted, the very first thing they might have thought about is something for themselves to be able to do, without having a mainframe, to have a personal computer. And by the way, today was another day. June 10th was when the Apple II actually went on sale. So that was a dream, and that dream became reality later on, in a big reality. Sometimes someone's dreams affects others in such a great way. And has not Apple affected others in such a great way? The iPhone, the first computers, the Mac. Sometimes it can. So all of our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. The next one. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Eleanor Roosevelt. Those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. I think it's really, she's talking about the aspect of your dreams that you have that is just going to be so good for you and for everyone around you. And if you believe that, she believes that the dreams can come true. Her husband, FDR, you know, I believe he served 4 terms. Unheard of, never done. And so she might have been talking about the dreams that her husband had, but she might have been talking about the dreams she had. She did so much as the first lady for this country. The next one. Dream big, start small, act now. I love this because it's talking about the dreams. Just don't, I can see myself walking for 5 minutes. That's not a big dream. I could see myself being able to do 5K. For me, that's a big, big dream. Start small. Walk the 5 minutes. Run the 5 minutes. Act now. Go out and do it. This is just a very pragmatic way. The dream big's not usually seen as pragmatic, but what do? You start with that big dream, then start with a small part of it and act now. I always talk to my clients and tell my clients, hey, if you've got something like a garage, a lot of us who have garages have had these garages full of stuff, or have had the paint chipping all over the place, and we got to paint the whole garage, and it just looks so overwhelmed. And I say, okay, that's the big picture, that's the big dream. All right, cleaning your garage or painting your garage is not really a dream most of us look forward to, but that's a big part of it. Start small. Take a corner and start it now. And start it now. Because you have to start. You have to act on it. You have to act on it. So I love that quote. That quote's very practical for all of us. The distance between dreams and reality is called action. This sounds like a Tony Robbins. It's unknown, but it sounds like a Tony Robbins quote to me. The distance between dreams and reality. To bring your dream to a reality, you have to act on it, not just dream about it, not just sit there day after day after day. I know there's this thing called law of attraction, and it's talking about thinking about something so much, but law of attraction works really well when you actually are part of it, when you actually do something, when you actually take action. So the distance between dreams and reality is called action. And it truly, truly is. And our last quote for the day. Everything is a dream until you decide to make it a reality. Harry Styles. I didn't really look into Harry Styles. Seemed like a big, wonderful character. And this particular one is everything is a dream until you decide to make it a reality. So yes, those are the daydreams. We can go through life and have daydreams and never act upon them, never do anything with them, and that's all they are, dreams. When we start acting on it, when we start really seeing how we can make the dream a reality, that's when it starts to become a reality. And it's incredible. So I love this. Everything is a dream until you can make it a reality. All right. This has been fun. This has been a great subject. If you have any questions, you want to discuss this a little further with me, please reach out to me. You can reach out to me on my website, www.pauseffects, POS, not PAWS, POSEFFECTS, short for positive effects. You can reach out to me there or just send me an email, kevin@pauseffects.com. And I'd be happy to get on a call with you. You know, like iced tea, refresh your dreams often. Look at those dreams, bring them back, make them fresh, and see what you can do with them. Keeping them energized. Like an egg roll, wrap your dream in tangible plans and bite into execution. Take a bite at a time. It's how do you eat an elephant? A bite at a time. How do you get your dreams into reality? A bite at a time, like an egg roll. Thinking about Alcoholics Anonymous founding, one conversation, huge impact, or opportunity rover. What began as a dream changed our understanding of Mars, changed our understanding of space. It's incredible. So these things that have happened in our history and these things that's dedicated to today, all were part of dreams. Indeed. So today's day dedicated to iced tea. Dreams need regular refresh. Remember that. Go back to your dreams. Think of dreams you might have had in the past, of things you wanted to do. Go back to them, refresh them. See if they're still worth doing. Hold fast to dreams. Hold fast to your dreams. Until next week, have yourself a phenomenal day. Matter of fact, as you know, as I say all the time, you don't need me to wish it for you. You need to choose to have a phenomenal day. You know it's in your power. It's in your control. Take care. I'll see you next week.